Got a U-boat here which was taken off the seabed by a Danish company. It's interesting in that it was the last U-boat sunk in the war in May 1945. It was depth charged by a Liberator, and you can see on the hull where the depth charge actually caused some damage. This is quite a unique major engineering task. As you can see, it's quite a huge piece of metal, and it weighs approximately about 950 tons. So our task now is to actually cut it into putting 4 cuts, which will allow us to move it in 5 sections, each weighing approximately just under 200 tons. And the way we're going to do it is, you can see from the video that it's a very thin 15mm wire that runs on the pulleys and just gradually, like a cheese cutter, cuts through the vessel itself. Each cut takes approximately 3 days. We had various exercises to what we would do with it, in terms of whether we moved it in one piece or whether we moved it in a number of pieces. It came down to really 2 issues. One, the cost of moving it as a whole unit, but also to best display it to the public. And we couldn't actually have allowed the public inside as a complete unit because of the present Disability Discrimination Act. People could not have gone down into the U-boat. So it's felt the best way was to cut it into a number of pieces, glaze the ends, and have an audio-visual display at each end describing what was in the U-boat, how parts were used, and sound effects and so on. There's been other U-boats, obviously, and other vessels taken up from the seabed, but I think this is unique in the sense that it's one where it's here, we're cutting it up and moving it piece by piece, and actually making an open display for the public. I mean, there are other U-boats around, one in Chicago, which they've cut the side out to let people walk in. But the one unique feature of this is we've got all the artifacts, and the artifacts are coming over from Denmark in March, and that includes things like the Enigma machine. There are maps and charts, there is the radio messages, there is the cruise uniforms and things. So that is unique in the sense it's the one U-boat that has got everything that we're able to both display as the U-boat itself, and all the artifacts which will tell a story about the U-boat and its crew and its missions.